Look, if that's what we're trying to get.
So yes people, yes people. So former JLP member, and it's alleged, people is saying is Kevin, the cult pastor's son. I don't know, that's just alleged. You understand? Expose Andrew Holness. You understand? Talking about he's working Obia and stuff like that. So people, want to comment down below after on listen to the video here what you think about the whole thing, because he might call out Andrew Holness and Andrew Holness' wife and all of that. You understand? He must say them a work Obia and RT boss of them Obia man. So let's get into it. Yes people, I'm gonna make a listen to the former JLP member and hear what him office say, because he must say RT boss is Andrew Holness' wife. Obia man, reader man, whatever I want to call it.
RT boss Holness Obia man. I don't know if it's true, you know. RT boss, come tell Jamaica if you work his science for Andrew left. Because me here say you are the biggest Obia man from Jamaica.
I, RT Boss Nada Smith, dismiss all allegation regarding me in any entanglement with the Prime Minister or the Jamaica Labour Party. Clearly you can see the man on the social media right now is crazy. He need help. You understand? So I am a comedian and I am a spiritual advisor. And when it comes to such a big magnitude of mix-up, you can't get me involved in them thing there. Alright? So this man really need help and I wish that him get some.
So yes people, wanna hear from RT boss. Him dismiss all allegation and what they are saying about him working with the Prime Minister. And you know RT boss, once RT boss work with somebody, he might talk the truth and say work with the person. So people, me I gonna make you listen to this young man now doing a video, a former JLP member talking about the Prime Minister of Jamaica.
But this year, the 18th of January, make 4 years. Me get my attack in a half a tree. Naked as me did my barn. And me go through the sufferation in the land, yeah? And them look for me and Juliet Honest send one dirty slipper up a wall 21 for me. Tell me if that woman they really right. You send a dirty slippers up a wall 21 for me. And things say, your things say me not put on the dirty slippers where you put your Obia in. All Obia worker. Yeah man, the whole of them are Obia worker. And the whole of them, you know, say them and Kevin Smith a big friend. You know, say Kevin Smith have all of them as a big friend. Both in a P and J. Kevin Smith and the whole of them are friend. So only can sit to the table and say, now is the time to take off Andre and to kill Andre. Kill me where? And me are the voice for the voiceless. I represent the youth on the street, the youth in agriculture. I represent the youth who is disabled, the youth with mental health issues. I represent the youth and the businessmen. I represent the destitute and and women who are voiceless, women who are abused. I represent the voiceless of the voiceless, the homeless of the homeless. I represent a new Jamaica. So if you come after me, you come after Jamaica. And I'm a patriot to this land. I have no loyalty anymore to Andrew Holness or the PNP. You are all wrong in this country and you must know what you have done to this nation has crippled it for 60 years. And it is now time for Jamaica to be liberated. Liberation for Jamaica. How is it that we have the best marijuana, the best of everything, but we own nothing? Andrew Holness is all in it for himself and his international friends and people like Nigel Clark. From Nigel Clark as Third Minister of Finance. All Nigel Clark is focused on is balancing the books while people's lives are affected. And when him done, him come talk about him again COVID grant. These people see us as shackles. And if you know anything about African history, and slavery, shackles slavery, was a thing where they just saw us as numbers and objects. Andrew Holness gets so much money all over the world to help fight COVID. How many families were able to eat good food? And when him done, him can give the MP them $4 million. $4 million him come give every MP for Christmas. Look at that chicken feed. Look at that chicken feed he has given. Look at that chicken feed he has given to the MPs. And expect say constituents must get plyboard out of that. Constituents will get chicken feed and fertilizer. You all have created the monster in this country called the politics of dependence. All of us sitting in the house. The 63 of you sitting in the house. All see people as shackles. And it's time for Jamaicans to wake up, Mr. Herald. Every time voting time, everybody come and turn friend with Mr. Herald. Allow me to tell. And when time comes for them represent your view, Mr. Herald. Your house bundle, Mr. Herald. I'm sure if you did go to the MP, what did the MP told you?
Come back.
Yeah. Right, Mr. Herald? And you have to there a clean up place to make sure you get a living for you and your picnic there.
Alright.
But come election day, the plyboard would have run. The plyboard would have run less than 10 minutes for you to go along in a polling station. A time for you to stop take people for rotted fooling in this country. Andrew Holness, so how you go reconcile with Derek Smith? Because he's one of the elders with Carl Samuda and Dwight Nelson dead, Shiny, pass on. And you put all Marsha Smith to become Shiny replacement. Shiny was your political auntie. So your duty and due diligence was to see to it that you became a gatekeeper. Gatekeeper Andrew Holness for Shiny's constituency. And because you love money and you love get sell out. Hey, I want him to hear about him in the Herald. The man have good intentions, but you know a man will just inspired by money. That he would just sell you out right to sell in the Herald. Because US I'm gonna give him 120 million in my account, you know. Andrew Holness, a time for you stop it, man. A time for you stop it, Mr. Holness. You know how much people hurt, you know how much families hurt in other COVID. You know how much children can't go to school this morning because they don't have tablet. Over 20,000 students can't have access to learning, but your son them can in a big house at Beverly Hills. Can in a big house and see Errol and Chantel over there so. Can't monitor them picnic. But your two picnic them can't get homeschooling. And people must think about you care. You don't care one rat's ass for this country. Except you, your wife, and your two picnic them. And your concubines. Because I'm going to tell you this on Jamaica. There is no happy family in the Holnesses. It is a political marriage. It is a political partnership. There is no love in that marriage. Nothing called love. Every time you see them, you can't see the stageness of their marriage. They're in it to exploit the poor. They're in it for all themselves. One of my doctor called me yesterday and said, Andre, if Holness, I don't know if there's any truth to this argument, you know. But if Holness send 200 truck for take up sand, 100 of the truck them belong to Andrew, 50 belong to Juliet, 20 belong to the brother Juliet, and the rest belongs to one contractor. What an exploitation, Jamaica. But teachers can't get paid, nurse can't get paid, doctor can't get paid. But Lord God, Lord God, the water, let me fix up my place. Bro God, him. Alright. His son them alright. In generation they alright. Why Andrew Holness couldn't release the Integrity Commission? Why Andrew Holness couldn't release his Integrity Commission's report? Andrew Holness, from he has become Prime Minister, has become quadruple times more richer. Him and Juliet, you know how much houses it is alleged that Juliet built. Town apartments Juliet built. Since she turned Prime Minister wife again, an MP. I don't know if there's a truth, but there's allegations. that Juliet and her brother build more, palm more, palm more, palm more. I want to share that live there because I'm going to release some more things. And when I release them things, I know say Andrew, have to go talk to me. Because if you not talk to me, I'm going to show no when me get the information, when me get. And Jamaica, I don't want you to know, say, I'm going to make this categorically. I'm going to make this categorically known. I can say Andre Stefano Stevens have not been paid any money. Andre Stefano Stevens was never paid any money to come and reveal these damning facts about the personalities of the Prime Minister, the wife of the Prime Minister, and those who are around them. So the MP na call me and giving them soft monies because I saw the whole on the work. One of the things say me I own the same thing. Can I make this clear? There was a set of investors that were at Rose Hall, Great House, over the weekend playing golf. And they called me to say, hi, Mr. Stevens. I don't know who them money be, but them get my number. Hi, Mr. Stevens. We're from Europe. And we have seen you live because some of our syndicates in Jamaica have told us what you've been speaking about. Can we send a helicopter to come for you right now? So he's joined us for a conversation. I said, sir, thanks for the vote of confidence, but what is the reason to join this conversation, sir? Hear what the gentleman said. We have some information that can take him down for him to resign in 2 weeks. I said, no, sir. I'm not interested in that conversation. Let us be interested in having a conversation about let us fix Jamaica. You say, are you an investor? What is it that you want to speak about in this country? What is it that you want to see new and different? Mr. Stevens, we can give you house, car. I said, I don't need any house and car. I want to see the people who are on the streets, in shelters. I want to see mothers can fend for their children. I want to see fathers be able to provide for their children out of a life of crime. Can we have that discussion? Oh, Mr. Stevens, let us discuss you first. I said, sorry, sir, gentlemen. Please do not call me back. Please do not call back this phone. If I have to sleep on the streets with the people, I'm going to sleep with them. If I have to go up to Bellevue or Ward 21 and live amongst them, I'm going to live amongst them. If I have to sit to it that the people who message me and say they need help in this country get help, I'm going to be with them. But no things so they can come use me and use my voice to amplify phone or agenda. No member of parliament can call my phone and program me. That's how when in the past when we did fool and gullible. Yeah, Andrew. So Andrew, you do that to Derek Smith. Where is Howard Chamberlain? Jamaica, where is Howard Chamberlain? Howard Chamberlain was the president of Young Jamaica. And Howard Chamberlain was the youth advisor, the special advisor to Royal Reid. But Howard Chamberlain was never involved in the allegations in the Ministry of Education. But people like Nestor Morgan, when you turn minister, state minister, you fight against my friend Howard Chamberlain. Till my friend have to just migrate and take up and say make him go on overseas. Jamaica, if you never know, Howard Chamberlain is one of the most politically astute young men I know. Let me tell you why I know him very good. Howard Chamberlain friend me. He said, Andre, we need to go start up Young Jamaica. And I said, Howard, what is in it for me? He said, Andre, I'm going to make you president. But here was the Machiavelli approach Howard used for me, Jamaica. I never realized, because I just did love to just make everybody happy. I never realized that Howard friend me to get to oldness, close to oldness. But all who was around Howard was Howard loyalists. And when time come for vote, the whole of them vote to get me out of Young Jamaica because me done make Andrew support the Young Jamaica cause. And me, that boy named Andre Stevens make Young Jamaica start up back. Ask Fabian Brown, who was the facilitator for make Young Jamaica and the Constitution. Ask Donna Martin, the young attorney, Ask Rohan Walsh, who are the young Jamaica president, a offer phone and call every night. For all 3-4 hours from 2012. Straight back to 2013 till then get young Jamaica activated in 2014. I may do it, Jamaica. Me do it. So me gonna say, Andrew, if Howard Chamberlain do all of that for you, and I get to understand he has seeked audience with you to speak about the injustices Nesta Morgan was doing to him at the ministry, why you couldn't put him somewhere else, Andrew, if him and Nesta Morgan couldn't? Nobody not call me now, man. Me no want as he's a labor right that close to Andrew call me. What you call me for? You can't tell me to shut up, you know. You can't tell me to shut up. Because if Andrew did respect me and knows that me have my mental health crisis, don't you think? Me need to wipe no more corner. Carleen, leave which boss alone, Carleen. You in a good job beside a favor, so you good. Want to the labor right them when hungry, Carleen. That's you have to tell your boss about leave boss alone. My diabetic guys, so if you see my mouth corner is not white skull. You know, people with diabetes, if you talk too often and you don't drink enough water, right there, so nothing wrong with me. What if our Chamberlain go through that crisis? Our Chamberlain went through that crisis and our Chamberlain for migrate. Do you know, Jamaica, that a lot of our young people at this time is so apathetic of the politics that they all see themselves going overseas? The mass exodus of brain drain is a major situation in our country. And I leave no boss alone till no boss change. No boss is a sad man. On a boss is a sad man. Him sit down up at Jamaica House and up at Beverly Hills at daytime and look down. You know what him remind me of Pharaoh? Pharaoh! Let my people go. Pharaoh wholeness and Cleopatra wholeness. Juliet. Let go the people them out of poverty and bondage. Come out of bondage. Come out of Babylon. Come out of Babylon. A time for no come out of Babylon, man. Too much wickedness are going on the land. Carleen, why must tell Andrew wholeness? Why must leave Andrew wholeness, Carleen? You satisfied because you have a job. But Carleen, if I recall, you were one of the major peoples who weren't supporting wholeness in 2013. And me call you. And the whole reason why you never had support him, Carleen, are because you didn't want him help your son with something and your son. Him never help you, Carleen, and you never support him. And you turn big supporter now because you happy. Many Jamaicans not happy because me never get my partner George, Carleen. And me are more wholeness labor right than you. Me are more wholeness labor right than you, Carleen. So when I see people like you, I reap when me plant. When I see people like you, I reap when me plant. When I see people like you, Carleen, I reap when me plant. Me have all rights to talk about it. Share the live because I'm going to reveal something more again. We want the live reach 500 people. 500 people. It did 230, you know. Come, man. Call up on a friend and tell them, come. Come. I go and talk some more truth. 241. Make we carry it up to... When it carry to 300, me talk some more things. But I could make it resonate, Jamaica. Call on a friend and tell them, if you're there in a workplace, you share the live. Share the live in a workplace. But him going to name cabinet. Him going to name cabinet, but...
So yes, guys, now you hear for yourself what Andre have to say about the Prime Minister of Jamaica.